Dressed to kill this time because no one's got a flawless sense of style. Lights up every time.
Hey, welcome to Set Your Day with Dr. J. We're going to talk about the underdog advantage. Wow, at the Kentucky Derby, Strike It Rich had 80-1 odds. Was put in the race at the last moment because another horse could not enter the race due to some sort of complication. 80-1 odds. And Strike It Rich defied the odds and won the Kentucky Derby and blew everybody's mind away. Shocked the world. Can you imagine if you would have voted? Can you imagine if you would have bet on that horse, how much money you would have made? Oh, wow, 80-1. Somebody somewhere was really happy after that race was completed. Have you ever felt like you're an underdog? Seriously, have you ever felt like you don't have the looks, you don't have the talent, you don't have the upbringing, you don't have maybe the color of the skin that's necessary, or whatever it may be? Have you ever felt like an underdog? Hey, I know I have. I know I have sat back and I have looked at other people's gifts and talents and watched other people do what they do and kind of sat there and say, wow, that guy can really speak. Man, that guy is amazing. And then said, well, I just don't have the abilities, the talents that they do. Now, I used to think that way, but I changed my mindset. I changed my mindset and I started saying, wait a minute. It's not talent, looks, and necessarily perfect upbringing, perfect geographical area or color of our skin that really matters. It's heart. It's heart. It's hunger in the heart of a man or a woman that sets a goal to, so to speak, go to Mars, to win the Kentucky Derby, a goal that will totally defy the odds of what's possible in people's minds around them. And it's interesting when you study people who are at the top of their game, especially financially, you will find that the majority of multimillionaires and billionaires are first generational. That most of them were not raised, so to speak, like Donald Trump and had a father that was a multimillionaire and gave him $1 million to start his business. Most people didn't have that advantage that are at the top. He's a rarity. Most people started in poverty, abject poverty, on the bottom of the ladder, with all the odds against them. But they had hunger. They had heart. It's like this horse, Strike It Rich. I love the name of the horse. This is going to be my favorite horse. I love his name, Strike It Rich. Right? This horse, if you really think about it from a practical point of view, you got to understand these people are high level at what they do. And they evaluate these horses. They know scientifically like how a horse is going to perform by its muscle structure and its bone structure and all of those kind of things. But there's one thing that they can't measure. That's the heart. You see, what's really cool about Strike It Rich that won the Kentucky Derby, 80-1 odds. You know what's cool about this? The horse didn't know. Yeah, don't you love that? The horse didn't know that it was an underdog. Uh-huh. And I've been talking about this week, winners win. Winners win. It didn't know that it was the underdog. It went up to the starting line thinking like a winner. And I love that because Philippians 2 verse 5 says, "Let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ." Wow, let this winner's mind. Jesus had a winner's mind. And you have that winner on the inside of you. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You have the author and finisher of the faith. He won the race. Let us run the race in such a way, Paul says, that we will win. Wow. You are a winner. But the challenge that we face is we're conditioned by society to lose. Born a winner, but conditioned to lose. And how does that happen? Well, somebody notices our disadvantage. And they point it out as a disadvantage. But even our difference, what someone would say is our disadvantage, is actually our advantage. That's why I'm saying it's the underdog advantage. Your difference is what makes you different. It gives you an advantage. And one of the things that I want you to be assured of, that maybe the odds are against you. Maybe you don't have the right pedigree. But listen to me, my friend. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You can defy the odds. Maybe not a single person in your family has ever broken out of poverty or even middle class. But I'm telling you, you can break out of it. You can be the one that defies it all, that turns it all around. I've heard so many people say, well, my grandma was poor, my mom was poor, I'm going to be poor too. No. You are not a person that just goes with the flow. You can break those patterns with a winner's mindset. And even though you might have been raised in a disadvantaged environment, it can come and actually be an advantage for you. Why is there an underdog advantage? Because when you're the underdog, you overstudy, you over-prepare, you over-practice. You know that you've got to do more, right? You know that you can't just work 8 to 5 and think you're going to break through to the next level. You know you got to go beyond the 8 to 5. You know that you can't do the things the same way all the people that are around you doing. You know you got to break out from what they're doing. You can't follow the path of go get a job, and go work a job. No, wait a minute. I got to break out. I got to build me a business. If I'm going to build some serious wealth, I'm not going to get rich working for Pharaoh. Right? This is the underdog advantage. This is the advantage that says, man, I got to do something different. I got to create a way to make things happen faster. Right? It's thinking outside of the box. That's the underdog advantage. That, man, I got to do things different. The underdog advantage is this. It's I got to team up with somebody. I call it the minority advantage. Being a minority is not a disadvantage. I'm telling you. Why? Minorities know we got to help one another. We got to have one another's back. because the odds are against us. If we look at the odds, it's 80-1 odds. Wait a minute. We got to help each other. Minorities, no. The disadvantaged, no, man. We got to support one another. We got to get behind one another. Where the advantage, they get inflated egos. I can do this all by myself, which is a potential killer, right? The advantaged, they get lackadaisical. They get passive. They don't prepare like they should. They have great gifts, great talents, great skills. They have all the pieces of the puzzle, but sometimes they don't have heart. They don't have heart. And all I'm telling you today is realize that if you feel like you're an underdog, that's great. That's a great place to be in. I felt like that my whole life too. I never felt like, I'm just going to be honest with you. I never felt like that I was smart enough. I never felt like that. I mean, when God called me to speak around the world and to write books and to consult people and do all the stuff that I'm doing right now, when I was 23 years old, it's like, are you kidding me? I never read a book my entire life. I could barely read at 23. Do you think I felt like an underdog? Oh, yes. But I learned something. You know what I learned? That if I would develop the right habits, that somebody could be smarter than me. But you know what I learned? The person who's smarter than me, they may pick up a book once a week and read half the book when they read it. But if I will stay steady, that if I'll develop daily habits and read an hour every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's what I learned. I'm going to read every single day for an hour. Guess what? The guy who's really smart, the woman who's really smart, and only picks up a book once a week and reads half of it in an hour. Because their brain works better. They're able to read better. They have maybe a higher level IQ than me. But see, they don't have the underdog advantage. I learned that this is an advantage. Wait a minute. I can beat the smart guy by my daily habits. What I do daily. Wait a minute. I read 7 hours. They read 1, but only read half the book. I read 7 hours, read the whole book. My habits beat them, not because I'm more intelligent, but because of my daily rituals. That's the underdog advantage. And I've done that for years and years and years, an hour every single day, studying, learning, growing. People say, what do you do? I am a professional learner. That's why you look now and I got 15 books. There's people way smarter than me. That are more advantaged than me. This is really powerful. And I want you to understand that God blessed you to be an underdog. I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, post yes down below. Like, share. Come on, that's what we do here. We share. We set our mindset out today. You know what? Persistence will wear out resistance, and we will get the breakthrough. Passivity creates poverty. Passivity creates losers and quitters. Persistence. Persistence creates prosperity. Persistence produces the winner's attitude. And persistence will produce a win for you. That if you'll just keep on, keeping on, keeping on, keep knocking at the door until the guy gets out of bed and answers the door. These are the ones who defy the odds. We can beat the odds. We can beat the odds. I am going to beat the odds. I still have higher heights I want to soar. I still have higher heights. And I know that I can do it because I got heart. I got heart. And I'm going to keep pushing until the day I die. Whatever it takes. That's the underdog advantage. And you know what? You know what? Here's a secret. You know what? Most people who are advantaged, did you hear that sound in my voice? They don't have that sound. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. As long as it lines up with the laws of God. Right? Right? Whatever it takes. I'm going to win. I'm going to figure it out. That's the underdog advantage. Come on. Get up there and share it. Hit the share button. Say, you got to hear this. You got to hear this about the underdog advantage. Strike it rich, 80-1. Everybody counted him out. But the key, the horse didn't know it was an underdog. The horse didn't know it was an underdog. Nobody told the horse it was an underdog. Join us here every day. Set your day with Dr. J. 7 a.m. in the morning. Start your morning off right with a dose of positivity. Go create a great one and defy the odds today. You're a winner. Walk like it, talk like it, and act like it. Adios.